I'm Alan Mossman. I'm standing in Bisley and Painswick, and last year the Greens came second, as they did in the previous election. And Bisley and Painswick is a huge division running from Randwick, Whites Hill, Ruscombe, Bisley, all the way from the Daneway through Painswick, the Cranham and Upton.
Don't miss an area.
Cooper's Edge and Harescombe and Brookthorpe and Wadden and Whiteway and Mizzerden and Slad and Edge and...
It's big.
It's big. It's huge. And I've walked most of it over the years, and I've walked an awful lot of it in the last 3 or 4 weeks, delivering leaflets, meeting people, and I've really enjoyed that.
Great. So what are you hoping to achieve on the council?
What I want to do on the council is to find out how we can join up general practice, the NHS and social care, but not forgetting, and particularly for young people, mental health services, because if we don't sort mental health services out when they first, or mental health issues out when they first happen, then there will be bigger problems, much more expensive problems later. And I was hearing from a Green friend a couple of days ago in Eastcombe, which is also part of the division, about some work that she's doing with the NHS in Gloucestershire, which is reducing costs and improving services at the same time. So picking up things like that. Secondly, I want to push back against the education cuts that are hitting a number of the schools in the patch, and particularly Cooper's Edge and Thomas Keble, and put more emphasis on improving education. Third thing is open contracting. Increasing amount of the services that the county provides are provided by contractors, private companies, and we don't know what the expectations are of the service that they will provide, because that's commercially confidential. All that, both of that in big quotes. And so this idea of open contracting, so that we know what's happening with the incinerator, we know what's happening with the highways contract, we know what's happening with the social care contract, and we've had big problems in the last 2 or 3 weeks with Clevelink. That's really important. And the other area, the fourth area, is mitigating the effects of climate change any ways we can. That includes continuing the work that has been done on flooding and flood prevention by slowing the flow higher up the Painswick stream, higher up the Slad Brook and so on within my patch, which is having effects further downstream, but also having effects within the patch as well. That natural flood management work was pioneered by Sarah Lunnan when she was county councillor for Stroud Central, and taken up by county and district and the Environment Agency and so on, and it involved everyone working together, and that for me is how we're going to respond to the challenges that we face as a community and so on, because if we don't work together, we're not going to get work done at all.
And yes, so tell me a bit about you. Yeah.
I came to Stroud 28 years ago. My kids were born here, and they've now moved away, and I worked all that time as a management consultant the last 17, 18 years with the people in the construction industry, trying to get people to come together, to work together, to collaborate, to create results rather than continually fighting, which is the traditional way of doing things in construction.